All right, now, thank you very much for staying with us, and we hope you really enjoyed our conversation with our correspondent in Kebbi State. Now we need our guest now to react on some of these very cogent, points that he raised. So what can you say concerning our conversation with the correspondent in Kebbi State?
Yeah, I think from what Kabir said, it has shown that we can give credibility to this election, and you can see how powerful incumbency have failed the current governor seeking senatorial seat. As you all know, when you rule for 8 years, your retirement place is Senate, and that's why some of us are saying that we are not having the good legislation expected of you, because after 80 years, the next thing is to go to Senate and possibly sleep and enjoy money. But power of incumbency failed the governor of Kebbi State. He could not even secure the senatorial, and he's not the only one. Several of them.
Was it that they were so over-relaxed, maybe thinking that this is their stronghold, nothing would definitely happen?
They were not relaxed. It's just the new intro, the game changer beavers that makes the difference.
Now I'm going to ask you, based on what Kabiru said, because I asked him, what's your overall assessment?
Yeah.
Give us a scorecard. Now, looking at the situation of things in Kebbi State, I'm just asking for a friend. Could it not be that while the beavers and the IRF work perfectly well, could have been in favor of another party? Well, say for instance.
Yeah, well, it's an assumption, but one thing I know is that the people controlling those things and the people working in INEC are supposed to be independent, and they want to keep record of themselves, not now, but for future, to say you are part of the election process that was successful or that failed. And that's what everybody is trying to protect here. But there can be insinuation. Politics is a game. I'm sure you know when you watch Arsenal playing Man U, both of you are twins. If you support Arsenal and you support Man U, if both of you are in the room, I'm sure if emotion is not properly managed, you can exchange blow. You can exchange blow.
That's natural.
Most of the time, and it's beyond that in politics, because in game of sports, there is nothing to gain than the fun. But I'm sure you know in politics there's something to gain.
Of course.
Which is behind the scene. So those are the things, emotions set in when politics is being played. And when you see the obvious in front of you, that you are losing your track, if you don't monitor or manage your emotion very well, you might throw into caution.
Now, looking at the fact that APC, for instance, lost Lagos, could it not be for whipping of emotions so that they could also make their gains from other states?
Yeah, well, it's politics.
Is it possible to have that kind of situation?
It's politics. I'm not saying it's possible.
No,
it's politics.
Is it possible? Say it as it is to Nigerians. Is it possible?
No, everything is possible.
Mr. Session,
everything is possible, because when you talked about politics, it's your strategy. And that's why we see win some, lose some. So you might say, let me just give in here.
I want
so that I can go this route.
So that's what played out. So that's what played out.
That's not what played out. But
Josh,
we can assume all the things we're saying.
Just a moment. I want to hold your thought. We'll come right back at you. Let's just see this sound bite. We want to see how Nigerians, Lagosians to be very precise, reacted to the just the result declared as at yesterday. Let's see their reactions, and we'll come back at you.
I thought APC will actually, win Lagos State with a lot of margin, but so far so good. I was surprised seeing Labour Party there.
Even the youth, they are not happy. The youth are not happy. Fine. Lagos State is one party initially. It's a free and fair election. If it's not free and fair election, we cannot be saying Labour Party. Look at what they did in Ikeja and some other places. It's a free and fair election. APC or PDP doesn't have anything hidden. APC is not doing any hidden agenda. Yeah, it's a free and fair election.
I saw it coming because, in fact, everybody that I know of in Lagos State, we all were obedient. We all voted for Obi, so I'm not surprised.
Shows that the level at which people are unhappy with the present situation in the country. So it does not matter who holds or which party holds a particular state, that because people are not happy, then you get to see things like this. So for me to say that I'm surprised, I'm not surprised. And if it may even cut across so many states in Nigeria. So I'm not surprised that it's happening. It shows that we are not happy with what is happening in Nigeria. And it's going to continue like this until we get the desired results.
Yes, actually, going by people's mandate, it was crystal clear that Labour Party was winning. In fact, there was some area that the gap was much. So people had to hire talk to come and cut off the process, to scatter the whole process.
Election is not supposed to be do or die affairs, and anybody that's enter maybe in Lagos, it might, in general, it might not enter, but anything can change at any point in time. It depends on people's choice. So that is what I want to say about it.
All right, now, thank you so much for staying with us. That's a soundbite coming right there from Nigerians, Lagosians, who responded and reacted to the just declared result. Now, sir, we just have just less than 4 minutes or less than that to wrap up the show. First and foremost, I want you to please react to this video, to the soundbite you just heard. What's your take about it?
Yeah, well, some of the people that spoke there spoke fairness to the credibility of the election, of which we all saw the result. One thing we should learn about politics is that you don't sit back and make complaints. Most of the people that are supposedly be electorate to vote that particular day were in their closet not doing anything. That's why we had over 7,000 votes and just minimal response. And it's not peculiar to Lagos. It's across board. I've saw 2,300,000 people coming out to vote. What we can just encourage.
So going forward now, what's your advice?
My advice is that let's all come out, exercise, let's have confidence. Most of the time we don't have that trust. Yeah. But one of the things we must learn is that build the trust. I must trust Sam. I must trust Josh. Even if you're meeting for the first, have that confidence. If you fail, there's always a way the nemesis will catch up on you. But it's good that you exercise your franchise so that you don't complain. One thing I keep telling even individuals is that those professionals that are out there not participating in this because they don't want to be smudged out. Remember, the politician who doesn't have understanding of the policy determines that policy and it might work against you.
That's
and you
a
have nothing
very
to say.
lovely way to wrap up the show. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us. We really appreciate all that you've said, and we hope to have you some other time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me,
All
Josh
right.
and Sam.
You're welcome. That's a public affairs analyst, an impression of Mr. Olusegun. He's just been giving us his own take on the matter and sharing his own perspective as well. We'll be going on a short break now, and then when we come back, we'll bring you the last part of the show, and then we'll wrap up. Thank you, and stay with us.